The Benevolents, a GCR RV Intel SITREP, Monday, September 18th, 2017. And that was the phenomenon of trumpet sound recorded in the skies of Jerusalem on October 1st, 2016. The world is a big, scary place, so we are told. Full of terrorists and dictators, thieves and hidden dangers waiting to pounce on our naive but good-natured. Until it's not, which is precisely what's happening this week in New York City. We are told the Supreme Council is now in town to lay out how the world is going to operate, lest the negative power source that has been 100% removed. These beings are known as the Benevolents, and they are here to jumpstart our species' ascension so we can rejoin the rest of the cosmic community. These Benevolents aren't human per se, so much so they have an ability to communicate in a way, well, that gets the point across of how corroded the hybrid humanoid heart may be. The Benevolents are at the United Nations to mend all that ails humanity by presenting themselves in full frontal view to all elected leaders of the 193 sovereign nations before the UN General Assembly. The global crime syndicate known as the Cabal has no more higher mind roof protecting them. Those that remain on the earth are both cornered and controlled. The renegade minions reduced to muted mice stuck in a trap with no cheese to nibble on. As a result, the introduction of peace on earth and release of infinite economic abundance will be on the docket for the first time in human history. Just like that, everything gloriously comes from nothing, and humanity ascends. Cue the clarion trumpets. And a golden decade arrives, whereby everything that was bad suddenly 180-degree reverses into everything that is good. And a new and exciting global synergy arrives, or at least remembered as possible. This means our collective time to rise and be counted as divine creation is now here. Like right now, today. Deal with it. No parades, no ceremonies, no press. Just an hour or two in a sterile bank environment for a few of us, then we return home to make dinner, clean the car, pay some bills, and most likely weep for days. Ascension in humanity is our God-given birthright, not some gift of 100 metric tons of bullion given by a gaggle of 500-year-old Chinese men. Sure, they did their job, but now they are counting on us to do ours. We are the meek of this earth who must run the next leg of this miraculous marathon and get these gold-backed funds out to the crippled, the poor, the hungry, the abused, the broken, the abandoned, and the spiritually weary. And it's just us for the time being until more of the meek awaken and trust. Our sudden wealth isn't going to go away anytime soon. Chances are the people we must help won't look like us, won't speak like us, won't pray like us, won't even smell like us, but they will breathe and bleed like us. They will need to eat like us, love like us, laugh like us, as they too have families they cherish and communities that they care deeply about. It's our duty to get them whatever they need and never relent in our mercy. God never quit on us, did he? They deserve the same amenities and graces offered to us in our lovely North American zip and postal codes. It's our moral responsibility as human angels to deliver the deepest of humanity's desires. Canadians and Americans alike have a huge burden in the post-RV world as such. See, we had those fast internet connections, free email updates, and dial-in conference call codes. We had the credit and debit cards needed to buy exotic currencies and the disposable income to hoard it. We had the advanced delivery services to send out endless currency gifts, as well as the trained military and local police forces to provide a safe passage to and from these redemption centers, now controlled wholly by HSBC. Wells Fargo has been eliminated from the process due to multiple and brazen attempts of fraud. Therefore, what we do moving forward from this week on really matters to just about everyone else on the planet. And I say that with a straight and sober face, Zim holders particularly. How we operate, given the immensity of our blessing, will be a burden. There is no way around that. Whomever we decide to help, whatever issues we decide to tackle, and lives we dare to touch as a result fall on us to make right on a universal scale. Remember, everyone is shocked by these same benevolents who are at the UN today, addressing all those 193 sovereign nation leaders and informing them of the new de-quarantine planet known to us as Earth, but as Urantia in other star systems. Yes, they will be actively assisting in our liberation from vibrational, energetic, and spiritual enslavement. But the bulk of the responsibility to make wrong right lies on humanity to fix humanity. That said, have you prepared? Are you ready for this flood of mercy that's no longer coming, but here now? Or have you evacuated from the humanitarian responsibilities and shoved the currency and your courage in a sock drawer like most all have? Well, whatever choice or choices you made along the way will be redeemed this week. That you can bank on. And whatever return you are left with post-redemption will either be an authorization to fly high and free like a human angel, or become a death sentence as the rising planetary consciousness drowned you in a shallow pool of sudden wealth. Surrender was the key. Some did it, most didn't. So be it. As for Zim holders, the number of zeros in your account just intensify the heavenly responsibilities on your soul, as all the sudden wealth you harvest will ultimately be the weight of the bear that you wrestle with every day for the rest of your lives. So if you need help, support, ideas, encouragement, projects to fund, or an online family or digital community to connect with that is also trying to put the pieces together in the aftermath of the RV, you are welcome to join us now at the new Human Angel Services website by submitting your email and or project. That's www.humanangelservices.com. We're all committed to healing the soul of the world through top-down philanthropy. All true servants are welcomed. It's a tall order, but one we feel compelled to fill no matter what the personal sacrifices or individual cost. This level of service is what we understand God wants for our lives, so we intend to be cheerful givers and serve Him with a smile, even when we feel like crying due to all the suffering we are witnessing in the field. This is the life we have chosen as human angels, and as greater good servants, we accept being rewarded from the grace and mercy of an unconditionally loving and omnipotent Creator Source. The money is nice, but the deep and meaningful connection to God is payment enough. Know you are all divine, beyond measure, and soon to know the sacred nature is your existence as a soul-incarnated human being. May Yeshua bless and keep those souls who are blessed to be reading or sharing this post. God is with us. Once again, this was titled The Benevolents, a GCR RV Intel SITREP for Monday, September 18th. as seen on the Sananda website. My name is Julie Joy. Thank you for listening to this message.